So always being creative, obviously, is something that's a reoccurring theme, and always staying busy, and can't turn your brain off just because you don't sleep much.
Correct.
But so I guess the creative side of things just turned into its own separate business away from you doing wedding planning and stuff. It's like, oh, now people start asking me more and more. I may as well start a business.
Yeah.
And then it just probably snowballs out of just the fact that you've done it, and word of mouth passes, and you're not actively like, hey, I do this. It's like, oh, Rachel's great at this. Hire her.
Call her.
Yeah.
Yes. I get a lot of that. Like, you know, somebody reaches out to me and they're like, oh, Kent told me about you. And I'm like, oh, great. So
Who is Kent again?
Yeah. What?
That's happened to me.
Which it's always so flattering to, you know, get that phone call of somebody who's recommended you. But it's a good thing, because I am kind of to the point where I get to choose the projects I want. Mm-hmm. And I know that's really hard to get there for a lot of people. Yeah. So I've had to kind of force myself to do that too, because I say yes to everybody. But so now I'm trying to like tame that down a little bit and focus on the projects that really mean something.
Yeah. Well, so 21C is obviously, that's a big project.
God, that was incredible. Right? That was they were renovating Marietti's Lounge.
Yeah.
And I get this email, and I thought it was, or no, I guess Melanie called, left me a voicemail, and I thought it was a joke, like, oh, they've called the wrong person, I'll call her back and, you know, connect her to somebody that she's actually looking for. And no, they were looking for me, and so set up a meeting, came in and met with them, and that was one, I think we met on a Monday, and I did a presentation to show them everything on, like, that Thursday. They were moving very quick, which again, I'm kind of glutton for punishment. Like I don't know if I'm just drawn. I don't know what it is to big projects. I love a good challenge, I guess. Easy stuff bores me. So this was a massive undertaking. While they were renovating Marietti's, they wanted to transform that round room, one of their galleries, into a full immersive experience for their new dining area while that one's getting renovated. And so I wish I would have counted how many hours, but made it into this like rainforest tropical theme. And it was such an incredible project. It was great to work with them. They were so much fun. And then just to see everybody interact with it was really great.
Yeah. Well, to have a space that, like, you know, people come into from out of town, or people in town go and have a drink there. And I mean, it's cool to be, you know, it's great to do things, but to do things in places where a lot of people are going to see it. Right? And just to kind of have that personal kind of gratification of like, I did that. Yeah. And even though people coming in and passing might not know, you're like,
but I know,
right? And then that gives you the confidence to go on and do something else, especially when you tackle something that's not, you know, at the time, like, this is a project, this is quite a big deal. You know, it seems a stretch at the time, but then you go on to knock it out of the park. You're like, oh, I can do this.
I got this.
And then you just keep climbing the steps until you do something, you know, mega.
Yeah.
So
that's the goal. And I think that was the really cool thing after it was done, having dinner there and like taking my brother and his family and my nieces and nephews and his wife there. That was so cool to see these tiny kids be like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. I mean, they don't really understand the whole, you know, everything, but they knew that I created it, but it was just like, oh yeah, you know, getting to see it through somebody else's eyes is definitely really cool.